All right, this is the lesson we were supposed to have on Monday. Unfortunately, I was gone because of COVID. This lesson in particular, it's not very difficult. If you can able to answer the following questions, I would say you are 80% there already. So let's go ahead and answer these couple questions first. So the first question is, we will say, all right, now remember what I said about the word solve. The word solve means that you have to find out the value or values that will make a statement or equation true. So when we say absolute value of x is equal to 5, then we say, well, what kind of x could make this statement true? And we say, well, to make this statement true, x could be 5, right? Or x could be -5, right? Whether you are doing this from a mechanical way, okay, it's just following steps that we learned last week, or you actually understand what solve means and you say, well, I can put in 5 into the x and -5 into x, and they would both make the statement, true. So very easy question for number one. Very easy question for number one. And then for number two, now number two, it's a very simple inequality. We have done something more complicated than this one. So this one is just having this negative x is less than negative x is less than 6. So we say, well, we want the x by itself, right? We want the x by itself. So we need to multiply -1 on both sides, right? We will need to multiply -1 on both sides. And in doing so, the right-hand side would be -6. And then the inequality sign would have to be flipped. So we say, all right, -6 right here, open circle, and then we go all the way to the right. So the emphasis of this particular small problem is to make sure that when you multiply by a negative, then you will know that you have to flip the sign, okay? So if you're able to answer these two questions with no problem whatsoever, then you're good. You're really good, okay? You're 80% there already, so nothing's going to be really challenging. And then just one quick question, okay? So if we say absolute value of x, okay, is less than or equal to 2, can you suggest 5 numbers, okay? Can you suggest 5 numbers that would make this statement or equation, not equation, I'm sorry. It should be an inequality, okay? Make this inequality true, okay? Could you come up with some values? And we say, well, of course. You can name something like, well, you can put a -2 there. That will work, right? And if you put in something like -1.5 for x, that should work too. If you put in 0, that will work, right? 0 will work definitely. If you put something like 0.75, that would certainly work, right? And then if you go to the other end, I think you can get a number as big as 2 that would work. Anything bigger than 2 would not work. So with this, we'll say, well, seems like if you put in a number that it's anywhere between -2 and 2, okay, like if you put in a value that it's anywhere between 2 and -2, that would certainly work just fine. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so this is one way we can express our solution. We say, well, there's just too many numbers we can include, and we're not going to exhaust ourselves and say, let's go ahead and list out all the numbers. That's just no way. So we will rely on the use of inequality to help us express our answers. In this case, well, since we have all the numbers in between 2 and -2, then we'll go ahead and say, well, those are the numbers that would work for us. Those are the solutions. Okay, those are the solutions. So if you're able to understand this part and these top two questions, you're in good shape. Okay, so the next part, the next question, the next video, sorry, the next video, we'll dive into the topic of absolute inequality. It's going to be very simple, very straightforward. We'll look into two separate problems, and you will take a look, and you will understand the materials very easily. Okay, so make sure you click the next video.